What if one of the simplest foods in your kitchen could provide more nutrition than you might expect? Sweet potatoes are naturally colorful, filling, and packed with nutrients. You may know them as a simple roasted or boiled food, but sweet potatoes contain carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and naturally occurring plant compounds. Depending on their color, they can also contain different types of antioxidants. So what can eating sweet potatoes potentially do for your health? From supporting digestion and eye health to providing nutrients that help support the immune system, sweet potatoes have several interesting nutritional benefits. Today, we're looking at 10 potential health benefits of sweet potatoes and what nutrition research tells us about this familiar food. Sweet potatoes are root vegetables that come in several varieties and colors. You can find orange, purple, yellow, and white fleshed sweet potatoes. Their nutritional composition can vary depending on the variety. Orange fleshed sweet potatoes are particularly well known for their beta-carotene content. Purple varieties contain anthocyanins, the natural pigments responsible for their deep purple color. Sweet potatoes also provide carbohydrates for energy, dietary fiber, potassium, and several vitamins. This combination makes them a nutritious food that can fit into many different eating patterns. And because they can be prepared in so many ways, they are also an easy ingredient to include in balanced meals. Let's look at the first potential benefit. The first potential benefit of sweet potatoes is digestive health. Sweet potatoes provide dietary fiber, which is important for normal digestion. Fiber can add bulk to stool and help support regular bowel movements. Some of the carbohydrates in sweet potatoes can also contribute to the food available for beneficial bacteria in the gut. This makes sweet potatoes an interesting food for people who want to include more fiber in their diet. Of course, one food alone cannot determine the health of your digestive system. A balanced diet containing vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and enough fluids is also important. But adding fiber-rich foods such as sweet potatoes can be a simple way to support a healthy digestive routine. The second potential benefit involves eye health. Orange-fleshed sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is a plant pigment that the body can convert into vitamin A. Vitamin A is important for normal vision and several other functions in the body. This is one reason orange sweet potatoes are often highlighted when discussing foods that provide vitamin A. Eating a varied diet that includes foods rich in vitamin A and other nutrients can help support normal eye function. Sweet potatoes aren't a treatment for eye diseases, but they can be a nutritious part of an overall diet that supports eye health. The third potential benefit is immune support. Sweet potatoes provide nutrients such as vitamin A and other compounds that contribute to normal immune function. Vitamin A is particularly important for maintaining the body's normal barriers and supporting immune processes. This doesn't mean that eating sweet potatoes can prevent every infection or cure illness. Instead, think of sweet potatoes as one nutritious food that can contribute important nutrients to a balanced diet. Your immune system depends on many factors, including adequate nutrition, sleep, physical activity, and overall health. So rather than looking for one miracle food, a varied diet is a much more practical approach. The fourth benefit is the antioxidant potential of sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes contain several naturally occurring plant compounds. The type and amount can vary depending on the variety. Orange sweet potatoes contain carotenoids such as beta-carotene. Purple sweet potatoes contain anthocyanins. These compounds have antioxidant properties and are being studied for their role in protecting cells from oxidative stress. The colorful skin and flesh of sweet potatoes are therefore more than just visually appealing. They can indicate the presence of different plant pigments and compounds. Adding a variety of colorful vegetables to your meals can be a simple way to increase the range of nutrients and plant compounds in your diet. The fifth potential benefit is related to heart health. Sweet potatoes provide potassium, a mineral that plays an important role in normal muscle and nerve function. Potassium is also involved in maintaining normal blood pressure. Sweet potatoes can therefore contribute potassium as part of a balanced diet. They also provide fiber and various plant compounds. However, eating sweet potatoes doesn't mean that someone can automatically prevent heart disease. Heart health depends on an overall pattern that includes diet, physical activity, sleep, blood pressure management, and other lifestyle factors. So instead of thinking about sweet potatoes as a treatment, think of them as one nutritious food that can fit into a heart-conscious eating pattern. The sixth potential benefit is energy. Sweet potatoes contain carbohydrates, which are one of the body's main sources of energy. Unlike highly processed sugary foods, sweet potatoes also provide fiber and several nutrients. This combination can make them a satisfying carbohydrate choice. The way you prepare and eat sweet potatoes also matters. A whole sweet potato served with vegetables and a source of protein can be very different from a highly processed sweet potato snack with added sugar and fat. So the bigger picture matters. Sweet potatoes can be a nutritious source of carbohydrates when they're included as part of a balanced meal. The seventh potential benefit involves blood sugar. Sweet potatoes contain carbohydrates, so they can affect blood glucose levels. At the same time, they also provide dietary fiber and other nutrients. Research has investigated how different varieties and preparation methods of sweet potatoes may affect blood glucose responses. The result can depend on the variety, portion size, cooking method, and what else is eaten with the meal. This is important because no single food should be viewed as a treatment for diabetes. For people managing high blood sugar, overall carbohydrate intake and meal composition matter. Sweet potatoes can potentially fit into a balanced eating pattern, but individual dietary needs can be different. The eighth potential benefit is related to skin health. Sweet potatoes provide beta-carotene, vitamin C, and other nutrients that contribute to normal skin function. Vitamin C is involved in collagen production, while vitamin A plays important roles in maintaining healthy tissues. The antioxidants found in colorful varieties are also being studied for their potential role in protecting cells from oxidative stress. But healthy skin isn't created by one food. Hydration, adequate nutrition, sun protection, sleep, and general lifestyle habits all matter. Sweet potatoes can simply contribute some of the nutrients your body needs to maintain normal skin health. The ninth potential benefit is connected to the gut microbiome. Inside the digestive system live trillions of microorganisms. The foods we eat can influence the environment where these microorganisms live. Sweet potatoes provide dietary fiber and other plant compounds that researchers are interested in when studying gut health. Some types of fiber can be used by beneficial gut bacteria. This is one reason nutrition researchers encourage people to eat a variety of plant foods. But again, variety is important. Instead of relying on sweet potatoes alone, combine them with other vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and other fiber-rich foods. A diverse diet can provide a wider range of nutrients and plant compounds for the body and the gut microbiome. Our 10th benefit is perhaps the simplest one. Sweet potatoes can contribute a variety of nutrients to your overall diet. Depending on the variety, they can provide beta-carotene, vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and other naturally occurring plant compounds. They are also versatile. You can boil them, bake them, roast them, mash them, or combine them with other foods. This makes sweet potatoes an easy ingredient for many balanced meals. And that's really where their greatest value may be. Not as a miracle food, not as a replacement for medical treatment, but as a nutritious whole food that can contribute to a varied and balanced diet. So, what does research actually tell us about sweet potatoes? A large part of the evidence comes from nutritional research examining their vitamins, minerals, fiber, carotenoids, anthocyanins, and other plant compounds. Different varieties can have different nutritional profiles. Orange sweet potatoes are particularly rich in beta-carotene, while purple varieties contain anthocyanins. Research has also investigated sweet potatoes in relation to antioxidant activity, blood sugar responses, gut health, and other areas of nutrition. But we should be careful about turning nutritional benefits into medical claims. A food can provide nutrients that support normal body functions without being a medicine. That's an important distinction when discussing the health benefits of any food. One of the easiest ways to enjoy sweet potatoes is to keep the preparation simple. You can bake or steam them and serve them with vegetables and a source of protein. You can also add them to soups, salads, or balanced meal bowls. The goal isn't to eat enormous amounts. Like any food, portion size and overall dietary balance matter. If you're managing blood sugar or another health condition, your ideal portion and preparation method may be different. And if you have specific dietary needs, a qualified healthcare professional or registered dietitian can help you choose what works best for you. So, let's quickly recap the 10 potential benefits we discussed. Sweet potatoes may support digestive health, eye health, immune function, antioxidant protection, heart health, energy needs, healthy blood sugar management, skin health, the gut microbiome, and overall nutrient intake. But remember, the benefits of sweet potatoes come mainly from the nutrients and plant compounds they provide as part of a balanced diet. They aren't a substitute for medical treatment. If you have a health condition such as diabetes, heart disease, or persistent digestive problems, dietary choices can be discussed with a qualified healthcare professional. Sweet potatoes can be a delicious and nutritious part of a healthy lifestyle. The key is variety, balance, and moderation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more simple, evidence-based content about natural foods and herbal health. Sweet potatoes can provide important nutrients that may support digestion, eye health, immune function, heart health, and overall wellness as part of a balanced diet. For specific health conditions or further treatment, consider consulting a qualified doctor or healthcare professional for advice suited to your individual needs. Enjoy natural foods as part of a balanced and healthy lifestyle.